Kia ora everyone, my name's Shelby and today we're doing a quick story on Anne Carson. So Anne Carson nee Baker was considered one of the most beautiful women in Pennsylvania during the early 19th century. In June 1808, 2 months before her 16th birthday, she married John Carson, a retired Navy captain twice her age. In 1810, his wanderlust returned and John Carson became the captain of a ship bound for China. Anne Carson rented a room in her house to Lieutenant Richard Smith of 23rd Infantry, and the pair became friendly. After 2 years with no word from her husband, Anne assumed that he had been lost at sea, and the friendship with Smith became a sexual affair, culminating in their marriage in 1812. 3 years later, John Carson turned up and went to the Smith home to reclaim his wife. Anne was urged to return to her first husband, but she had grown very fond of her second, younger husband. Things came to a head on 20th of January 1816 during an argument in the parlour of the Smith home at 2nd and Dock Streets. Smith shot and killed John Carson. Smith was convicted of murder and sentenced to death by hanging. Anne was acquitted of murder but jailed as an accessory. Freed on a technicality, she asked newspaper editor John Binns to ask his friend Pennsylvania Governor Simon Snyder to pardon Smith, but he refused. Carson then decided to kidnap Binns and hold him prisoner until the governor relented, but the men she hired to do this were unable to get close to Binns, and the plan was abandoned. Anne Carson then made a plan to kidnap first Binns' son and then the governor's son, but both plans were thwarted and she fled. While she was on the run, Smith was hanged. She returned to Pennsylvania, where she became involved in counterfeiting. She hired a gang, and they intended to launder a large number of counterfeit notes through Garrard's bank, but the forgeries were detected and the gang was arrested. They went on trial on 2nd of July 1823 and were jailed. Bit of the aftermath. Anne Carson was sent to the Walnut Street prison in Philadelphia, where she contracted typhoid fever while nursing other prisoners. She died on 27th of April 1824 at age 38. Oof. Sounds rough. I hope you enjoyed that story and stay safe. Please subscribe.